Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Wednesday, March 11th. So with me on the mic, we have some fabulous co-hosts. We have my gorgeous Moon, my Libra Queen, and my Icy Chili, and my favorite chaotic cup. Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Hey,
good
And shout
morning.
out to the listeners holding it down in the chat as well. You know I love y'all too. Well, I think we got some good old hot tea to sip. So let's just go ahead and jump right in.
Right to the tea time.
Yes, girl.
Not
Let's talk
so
about that.
jumping in
Jump
right
right
as tea
in,
time
honey.
starts.
Yes. Well, the first story we're going to talk about is that crazy girl, that certifiable crazy girl who shot up Rihanna's house, honey.
Ooh, what's
Mm.
going on with her now?
Well, you see where she was just charged with attempted murder in connection
Mm.
to shooting at Rihanna's home here by way of TMZ.
Good.
So I won't read the entire article, just like the little updates that they have. And it starts Ivana Lisette Ortiz has officially been charged with attempted murder and assault in connection with the shooting at Rihanna's Los Angeles area home. Ortiz, a 35-year-old woman from Florida, was charged Tuesday with one count of attempted murder, 9 counts of assault with a firearm, 2 counts of shooting into an inhabited dwelling, and 1 count of shooting at a motor vehicle, according to the Los Angeles Times. She's accused of firing off multiple rounds into the Grammy winner's home. Following the shooting, police trailed Ortiz's white Tesla Model 3 into a shopping center parking lot where they arrested her ass. And it
Okay.
says Ortiz was later booked for attempted murder and held in custody with bail set at $10,225,000. And there was an update. The update says prosecutors claim there were 9 people on Rihanna's property when Ivana Lisette Ortiz allegedly opened fire, which appears to be why she is charged with 9 counts of assault with a firearm. The folks on the property, Rihanna, ASAP Rocky, and the couple's 3 children, plus Rihanna's mom, Hollywood talent agent Tracy Jacobs, and 2 other individuals, according to new legal docs obtained by TMZ. At a press conference, LA District Attorney Nathan Hochman announced Rihanna and her partner ASAP Rocky were inside a trailer on the property at the time the shooting occurred.
They were in a
Child.
trailer.
And we
Oh
talked
my
about, oh, thank
God.
goodness that the trailer was in front of the house. Her and
Yeah,
ASAP
they
were
were
in the
in
trailer.
it. Oh
hmm
my gosh. They sick of her shit. They charged her with a bunch of shit.
And said, you know that she might get life. And you know what,
Good.
girl?
Lock her up.
She needs to be locked up.
Hmm.
But she dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's over for you. You ain't never gonna be seeing your kid again. Oh, that's too bad.
Mm-mm.
We have a comment saying Trump will pardon her.
Mm-mm.
Look, if Trump don't get no album, he ain't pardoning nobody.
Mm,
Yeah, she
damn
maybe
him.
she'll now get the treatment she needs though. She sounds like she needs medication that she wasn't taking.
Hmm.
Thank God nobody was hurt.
No, that's crazy.
Can you imagine if she had really shot one of them to have that happen by some nut?
Listen, she would have had the Navy on her ass. She already
Oh,
do, but
damn.
the Navy would have been on her ass.
That's crazy.
And you actually just kind of confirmed something for me because I was actually wondering how, the real, you know, that them people, the real group felt about, her fans calling themselves that. And it sounds like y'all might be okay with it. So,
Listen, when most of
Isn't
us
it from the
join
movie?
for a reason that's other than that name, I mean, do what y'all need to do because everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wait,
we don't have
isn't the
exclusive
Navy
rights.
from the movie?
You
From the
said
maybe
what?
first
from the
Navy?
Battlefield. No, I think it was earlier than that because Battlefield didn't come out until what, like 2011? And
And we
they
got
were
to see
they
that.
were using Rihanna Navy since what, 2009 maybe, if I remember correctly.
I have no
Hmm.
clue, but I know for a fact we got to see that movie for free, and I was like, appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, that is that on that, honey. This next story. So I'm sure y'all familiar with Uncle Nearest, the liquor brand, the black owned liquor
Jesus
brand.
Yep.
Lord. In
Yeah.
Women's History Month, we doing this?
Yeah, girl, because it's oof, honey. Um, and y'all should see where it says here by way of all hip hop, Jay-Z's $20 million loan becomes central to Uncle Nearest's $200 million financial crisis. So, ooh, honey, this when I tell you this story is a lot, it's a lot, honey.
That's a lot of zeros.
Hmm. So, Jay-Z loaned Uncle Nearest $20 million through his venture capital firm, Marcy Penn, but the whiskey brand allegedly hid the transaction from its Kentucky lender, Farm Credit Mid America. Court filings from March of 2026 revealed that founder Fawn Weaver told the bank that the money came from Grant Sidney, a company she controls, when it actually originated from Jay-Z's investment group. Farm Credit claims the Weavers moved the funds between entities to prevent the bank from seizing the cash. Miss Weaver, who exercises complete control over Uncle Nearest and Grant Sidney, moved the proceeds from Uncle Nearest to Grant Sidney to make sure that $20 million coming in could not be snatched by FCMA, the bank stated in court documents. The venture capital firm Marcy Penn was formed in late 2024 and is owned by Jay-Z, Jay Brown, Larry Marcus, Robbie Robinson, and Dita Robinson. Marcy Penn has since declared Uncle Nearest in default on the loan, according to the bank's filing. The dispute sits at the center of a larger financial crisis. Farm Credit sued Uncle Nearest in July of 2025, alleging the brand owed over $108 million across multiple loans. The bank claims the Weavers provided inaccurate barrel inventory reports that overstated values by $21 million and sold whiskey barrels to cover other obligations. A federal judge appointed a receiver for Uncle Nearest in August of 2025 after the Weavers defaulted on the loans 20 times. The receiver and Farm Credit estimates Uncle Nearest owes nearly $200 million total and is insolvent. The Weavers dispute this assessment and wants to regain control of the company. Uncle Nearest denies the fraud allegations regarding the marzipan transactions. The brand argues that all loan money went to Uncle Nearest or related vendors, and the source of the funds is irrelevant. No fraud by Grant Sidney has been alleged with the particularly required for a federal pleading, the Weavers legal team stated. I don't know, girl. It sounds smart to me. And let me go ahead and maybe allegedly put this $20 million to the side so they won't snatch my shit up, honey. So I don't. But go ahead, Libra Queen.
And be your own people. But no, you know what? Like, no shade, but people got to remember us as the blacks. You know what I'm saying? Especially as black women, got to remember that you cannot do certain things that mediocre white men can do. And if you're going to try to do it, you got to be on your Olivia Pope shit. And if you're not at that skill level, then you should leave it alone. But also, you getting loans from your community, right? Because I wish I could call up Jay Z venture capitalist and be like, "Hey, I need a little piece of funding, get it, and then use it for what I need it for." But to do some shady, like if it's true, to do something shady like that is kind of crazy. It's a reason why it's like the backing the narrative of why black women specifically don't get funding, the kind of funding that they need for their businesses, and why they're the trust, quote unquote trust, that people want to have when they're doing stuff like VC, right, funding companies, angel investing, etc. While they don't have that kind of trust built, when you have examples like this, if it's true, I want better. I want I want better for my people, and we have to also remember again that there's certain things, even though other people can be doing it, and you know other people who are doing it, there's certain things that we cannot do, especially when you've already been a target, when you've already been highlighted, when you already got the spotlight on you for other things. Don't be the example that they want to use to covet everyone else who's coming behind you.
This all plays into or I won't say this all plays into, but this was all kind of under the lieu of another scandal that wasn't. Well, they don't know if it was cause they're pointing fingers. It was the CFO who was an Asian man who supposedly ran off with a lot of money, and the founder has been trying to fix said problem or said hole. So there's a bunch of things going on. We won't know for some time around whose fault was what, but I don't know that we can dump all the blame on her just yet.
I'm not necessarily dumping the blame on her, but at the end of the day, right? When the story comes out to the people, the regular people like us, we're not gonna hear the Asian man stole the money. We're not gonna hear Tom, Dick, and Harry, who was a part of the team, did this. They're gonna say her name, her company, and she did it. No matter whether or not she knew anything about it. At the end of the day, she's the face, she's the name associated to the company. That's the face, that's the name, that's black owned. And they're going to put two and two. They're gonna tie her together. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast. It's Lu Hong or uh what's the name? Wu Lee could have been the one to do it, but unfortunately, what is the thing that is being presented to us is that she was associated to it, and I mean at the top at being the face, being the CEO, being whatever her position is in the company, whether or not she knew or didn't know, whether or not she's trying to make it up or trying to do whatever, at the end of the day, she's still responsible, right? She still has to take responsibility, accountability for those who are under her. That's just the nature of the game.
Mm-mm.
I only said that because you said it'd be your own people. In this case, it might not have been our own people.
I mean, it might not have been our own people, but again, it goes back to we as black people are in community with each other, right? I guarantee you the reasoning why Jay-Z's VC decided to fund her is off the narrative of, hey, I want to support this black-owned business, this woman, whoever, whatever narrative they came with, but mostly about being in community with people, so that he can, level up other black people in whatever industry they're in, right? Um, but even if it was Lu 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 Hong or Wu Li or whoever, again, it still comes back to liability. Like you took the money to replace money, knowing that you had whatever issue have going on. And in my case, like if she knew about it ahead of time and she was planning to do something, if it's true and she was planning to do something like that, for me, I would have been wanting to, hey, let me give you all the information. Hey, let me give you all these things, not with the intent of hiding the truth behind the ask, if that makes sense.
Gotta be twice as good to go half as far. I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Twice as good. And the gag is, honey, queer people got to be 3 times as good to get. But that's a whole other conversation for another time. Excuse me. Black queer people got to be 3 times as good as their straight white counterparts to get the same. Anywho, well, like Libra Queen said, so let's go ahead and still talk about some mess in the legal courts, honey. So there's a whole song, girl, that got all these people caught up. Travis Scott, Future, and that 3 letter girl. So it was a song called Telekinesis. Now I have never heard the song because one, I'm not now Future. I probably would have listened if it was just him. But Travis Scott and SZA, no, you can miss me. I'm not interested in anything that they're involved in. No, thank you. You will have to force me to hear what and play it on the radio. I'm not actively going out to seek it. However, what I am seeking, honey, is this tea. And you see where it says here by way of hot new hip hop, Travis Scott, Future, and SZA hit with major setback in telekinesis lawsuit. Mm-mm. Well, Victory Boyd's copyright lawsuit involving Travis Scott, Future, and SZA over their 2023 song Telekinesis is moving forward. She alleges that she never permitted Scott to adapt her unreleased song with Kanye West, like the way it sounds, for his Utopia track. On Monday, a New York federal judge shot down the three artists' request to dismiss the lawsuit. In his ruling, Judge Mary Kay Viscoso wrote that Scott, Future, and SZA have come nowhere near shouldering their burden for dismissal. He elaborated, indeed, it is difficult to see how the moving defendants could have shouldered that burden at this stage of the litigation. There exists almost no factual indicia in the record before the court with respect to the collaborative relationship between her and Ye. The very relationship that the moving defendants assert entitles them to dismissal of plaintiff's claims. Travis Scott, Future, and SZA originally requested the dismissal back in July of last year. At the time, they argued that Boyd falsely labeled herself as the demo's sole composer on copyright registration paperwork. In actuality, they claimed she only handled the lyrics while Kanye West did the rest. Without a valid registration, plaintiffs cannot initiate or maintain a claim for infringement, they wrote. Despite ruling in Boyd's favor, the judge also limited the extent of financial damages she could pursue, noting that she didn't copyright Like the Way It Sounds until after Scott dropped Telekinesis in 2023. Addressing the ruling in a statement to Billboard, Boyd's attorney, Keith White, wrote, "We expected the court to deny the defendant's motion, and we are excited to move to the next phase of litigation. We hope that other creatives are encouraged to fight for their rights, even when fighting against giant companies and artists with undiscerning fan bases. Victory Boyd is an incredibly talented songwriter who deserves to be respected, protected, and celebrated, just like all the creators that pour their hearts into art. Regardless, Travis Scott, Future, and SZA appear to remain optimistic that the case will eventually get a dismissal. Their attorney, Ed McPherson, added in his own statement, unfortunately, the portion of the court's order that allowed certain proceedings to go forward at this stage only delayed the inevitable dismissal of the case. Ooh, a lot of mess.
But where is Kanye in this? If she did it in concert with Kanye.
Uh, so from what I'm understanding, because I couldn't even really get past the judge being a him, but the name is Mary Kay Viscoso, and it kept saying like in his ruling, I'm like, oh, the judge's name is Mary Kay. Okay, well, um, and let me see where it says, it says they requested the dismissal because they worked together on a song. Um, from what I understand, she worked together on a song with Kanye. She wrote the lyrics, but Kanye produced the beats and all of that. And then what happened was like they released Travis Scott released Telekinesis using that beat or using whatever was on that demo. She was like, "Well,
Right.
wait."
But that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, why isn't Kanye a part of the legal action? Because if Kanye made the beat, then it would be him, right? And if well, who's Travis Scott? Kim? Who he with? Who he with?
Um,
Who he
isn't
with?
he got his own thing? Let me see, Travis
I don't
Scott.
know. But my whole question is, they may not have gotten permission from her, but did they get permission or was in concert with what's his name? Yay for with Kanye. And if they weren't, why isn't Kanye on the lawsuit?
That is a good question, honey. Because I think it looks like from based off of what I'm seeing, and somebody please correct me if y'all know, because y'all know I don't follow this little ugly boy. But it says it says Travis Scott is primarily managed by Cactus Jack, David Strongberg. It says Irving Azov with books handled by agents like Kara Lewis of Kara Lewis Group Agency. I'm trying to look for the like record label and stuff.
He's on his own vanity label, Cactus Jack.
Okay, that's what okay. I knew I wasn't crazy. I ain't listening to that shit. Well, that's that on that Libra Queen. I honestly don't know why isn't Kanye West named in any of this lawsuit when he was like supposedly a big part of the, or maybe is that what they're trying to allege that because I guess the songwriter saying this is her song, and it was like, well, wait a minute, no, it's not. Kanye West did. All she did was write the lyrics. Maybe that's why,
And
I don't know.
and that's my question, because if they're saying that, if she's saying that they used the song illegally as her song is unreleased, then why isn't Kanye at least being brought into it to say, hey, I gave him permission, or hey, I want in on the suit because they used it illegally? Because it's clearly not her song alone. If she's saying that she made it with Kanye, unless Kanye say, hey, here's the beat, sold her the beat, hey, you can have this or you can buy this, and she owns it outright.
Yeah. Well, that's that on that, honey. I guess I will certainly follow more of this. And yeah, now we'll see what happens next. I'm because I feel like I'm a reasonably intelligent person, but all of this, like, I still can't get a good grasp of what the hell is going on in this story. But I will certainly, hopefully, something come out where it makes sense soon.
Ain't
Well,
Travis with? Is he with Saweetie or?
oh,
Don't make me tell a lie, but
I think he's with one of the was with one of the Kardashian girls, right? Then he got aren't they still? No, she with
oh
Timothy.
yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know who the hell
They,
this other boy with. Who.
they just had kids. The Jenner girl.
Well, I don't know who standards are low enough to sleep with him, honey. Yeah, it's Slayonka. Well, honey, let's talk about some more mess in court, honey. Candy Burris and Todd Tucker. Now, it's actually not what you think. It's not, because it's not well, as of right now, it has nothing to do with their divorces, but what they are currently looking at. You see where it says here by way of TMZ, Candy Burris and ex Todd Tucker's restaurant on the hook for six-figure settlement with ex-landlord. It's a lot of this going on, ain't it? Well, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burris and her estranged husband Todd Tucker's business was ordered to cough up $140,000 to their former landlord based on a settlement they've reached over the debt, TMZ has learned. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, the former couple's company, Burris Tucker Restaurant Group, settled claims over the lease and agreed to pay the landlord $140,509.10 for rent and remediation costs for the restaurant Blaze Steak and Seafood. Candy and Todd's business had been battling the landlord in court for over a year. The landlord initially claimed Burris Tucker owed over $200,000 in back rent and repairs. The court found that Candy and Todd's restaurant had entered into a valid and binding settlement agreement with the landlord to pay the $140,000, but the Real Housewives of Atlanta Stars company denied all allegations of wrongdoing and filed some counterclaims against the landlord over the lease. Following the back and forth, the court found that the settlement resolved all those claims, and the parties agreed to dismiss them. As a result, the judge said Candy and Todd were on the hook for $140,000 owed under the settlement, but everything else was off the table. Well, this is like $140,000 is like 14 pennies to Candy, so she gonna go ahead and pay a girl, get this shot, and then this is one less thing she got to worry about. So that's that on that.
But why she got to pay it?
She don't got money. what's I gonna get it from?
Thank you.
Because it looks like gonna get him paid. Look, his hair is uneven. He look dusty. Let me stop. You don't look dusty, Todd. I just wanted an excuse to say that. But I mean, as far as we know him, his money is tied. Don't Candy sign his checks. So, well, speaking of signing checks, honey. Remember Scarface, Glorilla's sister, who was like $2,500. All she wanted was $2,500. Well, girl, why is she talking about? So, are y'all familiar with Because I know y'all know Glorilla got some ratchet ass friends. That's the name of the group, Glorilla. And then there's one particular girl, Glitter Gloss Up. Are y'all familiar or no? Probably not.
I feel like
y'all
I've heard the name, but yeah, not really.
Okay, well, you about to know who she is today, honey. She's actually pretty damn dope. I like her. I like her and Eliza. Those like my favorite friends. But anyway, you see where it says here by way of hot new hip hop, Gloss Up reveals she was arrested over beef with Glorilla's sister, honey. When I tell you this is ghetto, ghetto. Okay, so over the weekend, Gloss Up made some interesting revelations on Scrappy's Instagram Live, as captured by Double XL. According to her, she was recently arrested for getting into a verbal altercation with Glorilla's sister, Victoria Woods. She also alleged that Woods, who also goes by Scarface, recently lost the fight. Apparently, Scarface put her on blast, which she didn't appreciate whatsoever. Fuck that bitch. That bitch should have never said my fucking name, she declared. I wasn't even in that shit. That hoe kept saying my name. Now, bitch, eat it. It didn't take long for Scarface to fire back. She even challenged the FemC to a boxing match. Now, Gloss, you already know your Sean Kingston looking ass should be the last bitch coming for me on the planet Earth, she said on Instagram. You sent them hoes to try to do some shit on some 20 versus 1. Them hoes swung and missed and ran, bitch. Gloss, get in the ring, she added. I challenge you to get in the ring. Get in the ring for $10,000. The back and forth didn't stop there, however. Gloss Up went on to share an Instagram post featuring several selfies in which she wore a T-shirt with Scarface on it. She also posted a video of Scarface fighting. Eventually, she deleted both. Scarface proceeded to hop on Instagram to explain why her sister is no longer friends with Gloss Up. She claims that their falling out began when Gloss's actions started to cause problems between Glow and her peers, including JT. Glow and JT beef started with Gloss being messy, Scarface revealed. But they ain't beefing no more because they cleared it up, and that's why Glorilla don't fuck with her no more. Don't let me go into detail. No, Scarface girl, go into detail. We want to hear the tea, honey. Did you say FemC? I did, yes. That's what, look, that's how they wrote in the article. The FemC, honey. So, yes.
Well, how'd she get arrested for a verbal altercation? Like, since when you get arrested for words unless you threaten to kill somebody or something? Like, huh?
I'm just as confused as you are.
Okay. I don't understand.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
Oh, and Travis Scott has been associated with Tyler lately. Not Saweetie. Sorry, Saweetie.
Tyler. Oh, I know they over there just disgusted in South Africa. Okay, yuck. South African sweeties, I'm so sorry. I am so. Please do not let him be a reflection of us.
Wait, double yuck, because I'm not a fan of Tyler either. But you know what?
You know what? I'm not a fan of her personally, but her music, she do got some hits to stick like grits.
Okay, shout out to the writers and the beat makers. You know
okay. To the writers and the beat makers, honey. Well, that is that on that. I will see if I can follow this to see if anything comes about. I don't think I will.
Background. I want to like to know the background on FemC. Like, who can be named that?
That's they've been using it. I've heard that quite some time. Like, especially when they talk about people like MC Light. And so they usually say the FemC.
So I mean, that's the woman version of MC. Like, yeah. I'm confused.
And they spell it FemC.
Yeah, FMC, right?
Like, like the French femme with the double M, like FEMME.
Okay, bitch. All right. Ooh la la.
Oui, jambon.
Exactement. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard them use that before. And what we've heard before as well was that story about Jordan Jones, what we talked about yesterday, that young indoor football player who was working security and got shot up with trying to break up a fight. Well, they finally released the mugshot of the shooter. And you see where it says here, pro football player Jordan Jones's alleged killer mugshot released. He looked like he can't fight too, honey. Look at him. And I won't even spend too much time on this story because we've already talked about the story and what happened yesterday at the Saddle Bar. But this is the mugshot of the person who did it. And what was his name again? I remember the middle name was Devon. Oh yeah, Daniel Devon Parsons, and that is a very interesting way to spell Devon. Mhm. Fucker. And the crazy thing is, look at them cheekbones. You could have been a model. Whole time you want to be a killer, stupid ass. Look at them cheekbones. You could have really did some shit. But no, you want to be an asshole, want to be a killer. So, right. Right where killers right at, right in the jail, honey. And that is that on that. Ooh, what we got next, honey? Okay, y'all. So I do not watch 90 Day Fiance. I know many of you do, especially our fearless leader up in here who loves that show. But I seen a lot of people talking about this yesterday. Like when I was, looking at the timeline, I'm like, well, who the hell is Michael from 90 Day Fiance? And I
Isn't
thought like it was very celebratory that he is finally free from whoever this woman is, honey. But you all see right to share here by way of TMZ, 90 Day Fiance, Angela and Michael divorce settlement details, no alimony or trash talk.
she's a
Honey,
terror? She's a terrorist.
a hard smoking foul mouth mess.
I see, cause I'm like, I saw people like, he's free. Like, oh no, we gonna get my boy, we gonna go pro. And I'm like, whoa, she must have been a really, really bad person.
She was a terror.
Good Lord. Well, 90 Day Fiance, Angela Dean and Michael Ilasanmi hashed out a divorce deal that covered issues like support and the division of property, including their car collection, TMZ has learned. Per the settlement obtained by TMZ, the exes do not own any real property. Angela and Michael will retain possession and use of any car's title in their respective names. Angela and Michael will also be responsible for any debts in their name, according to court docs. The paperwork says Angela will keep all her retirement accounts. The settlement says neither party will pay alimony, and they are prohibited from making false statements about the other publicly. As TMZ previously reported, the exes were wed in January 2020 and split in 2024. So it sounds like he went through like what 4 or 5 years of hell.
A long time of hell, baby. The way she talked to that man, and oh, child, he been trying to get to the USA for the longest, and he finally made it over here, and now they divorced. So I guess he gets to stay. But yeah, she was ooh ratchet.
Let me see if I can
But
find
she's
that
had
video of
surgery and weight loss surgery. She's had some look like some facial surgery. I mean, it's getting paid from this show. She's been on it a while. She's really transformed herself, but she was crazy, crazy.
Yep. And what I saw, and thank you for that breakdown, honey, because I had no idea. I'm just looking at y'all celebrating, like, oh, this.
Everybody felt sorry for Michael.
Is he
But
not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Baby, she was motherfuckering and goddamming him to death. You hear me?
Don't cheer too hard for Michael and his old Mac ass.
Oh yeah,
oh,
he had on some Trump drawers when he first met her.
oh,
He was like, I love Trump.
He
I
is
love
a
Trump.
he, listen. He is a very typical
Don't do
Nigerian
don't do
man.
that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yes, yes, I can do it. Yes.
because then y'all say he was trying to get over here. What he was trying to get over.
Look,
Hello,
So listen, listen,
look.
hey,
He put
get
up
it when you
hello.
wild
can.
shit to get over here, honey.
And what's the crazier part about it is, yeah, he was getting treated bad, but there's so many of them so desperate to come here that they'll take that because it's better than where they're at currently in their head. It's better for them to take whatever they can to get to America, to get to the promised land of America, than to uh grow a backbone and do better in their own country. No
Hmm.
shade.
Like people say, he earned that.
I know
Right,
that's
but will
right.
he keep it though?
Oh well, nah, that's the whole nother story. That's a whole nother
Mm-hmm.
story. I mean, she tore the bumper off his car, his license plate. She was a mess, child.
It says today's season for the night. Today's season has an American woman scamming that is scamming a Nigerian man who is scamming her back. Scam versus scam.
And that's what
Look,
they known for.
girl, I might watch it in that case. Shoot, that sounds like right up my alley.
I mean, almost every couple on there has got some issues. They have some that's still married and really, worked out, but for the most part, mm-mm, mm-mm.
When they go the other way, it's even wilder.
Yep, trying to move to foreign countries. The Americans, yeah.
The only thing I say is they need to stop playing in these Muslim countries because it's not going to end well in one of these episodes.
Mm.
Listen, you ain't lying. I'll tell you that for free.
Do y'all remember the white lady with the Indian dude? His mama hated her because she was old.
Oh, the white
Mm-mm.
lady with the Indian dude.
We can talk about this later.
Oh, we have a comment. Jen and Sumit love them, and they're still
Oh
together.
yeah, them. Yeah, Jen and Sumit. Yeah, yeah. They made their peace with it. Now they broke. Jen and Sumit. He told Jen she need to get a job. She's like, I'm retired. I didn't come over here to work. Okay, you got me fucked up. Oh,
And we have a comment. Sometimes they also just create faux problems between them.
yeah, they do.
You got to keep things spicy.
Keep
um,
people watching.
how y'all say that man name who played for who caused all that ruckus with the Lakers? Is it Luka Doncic?
Yeah,
Doncic is
Dawson.
Doncic. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, we about to talk about him. I just want to make sure I said his name right. Well, he going through it, and you should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Luka Doncic ends engagement with Anna Maria Goltes and fighting for the kids. So,
Okay.
Luka Doncic's partner, Anna Maria Goltes, just filed a petition for child support of their two minor children. This according to documents obtained by TMZ Sports. The petition states Anna Maria moved back to Slovenia in May of last year, and their kids have remained with her ever since, including their youngest, who was born in December of 2025. The petition does not seek custody orders, only child support and attorney fees. It's unclear why Anna Maria filed the docs. There could be several reasons, one being simply wanting to have their arrangement fully established in American court. Doncic and Goltes started dating in 2016, and the 27-year-old proposed on July 7th of 2023. The Los Angeles Lakers superstar and Goltes welcomed their first kid together, Gabriella, on November 30th of 2023, and Olivia was born on December 4th of 2025, and Doncic making the trip to Slovenia for the birth. Doncic was traded to the Lakers in a blockbuster deal, including Anthony Davis in February of 2025, having previously led the Dallas Mavericks to an NBA Finals appearance. We've reached out to both sides for comment. So far, no word back. Until now, they got an update. And what does the update say? So the update goes on to say Luka Doncic is no longer engaged to Anna Maria Goltes, the Lakers superstar told ESPN on Tuesday. I love my daughters more than anything, and I've been doing everything I can for them to be with me in the US during the season, but that hasn't been possible. So I recently made the tough decision to end my engagement, Doncic said. Everything I do is for my daughter's happiness, and I will always fight to be with them and give them the best life I can. Doncic added he had no idea of Goltez's filing. The report went on to say Doncic expressed his desire to bring their newborn to the States back in December, and a disagreement led Goltes to call police, although officials did not detect a criminal offense. Mm-mm. Well, there
Where
you
is she
go.
located?
Slovenia.
Okay.
Where is Slovenia? Huh? Let me see. We'll do a quick Google search. Where is Slovenia? Okay, it says Slovenia is a country in Central Southeast Europe, bordered by Italy, Austria, and Hungary. and Croatia. Oh, okay.
I think that's where our first lady is from, isn't it?
Is it?
I think. I think.
Let me see. Where is Melania's ugly ass from? Nova Mesto, Slovenia.
That's what I thought.
Mm-mm.
This this is a group of people I try to know the least about.
And look, and it's working because I baby, we look, we didn't even know what the hell it was. So that's that on that, honey. Oh, this story is crazy. Are y'all familiar with Alexis Sky from Love and Hip Hop, one of Fetty Wap's baby
No.
mama? Well, honey, that ass is in trouble, honey. Cause
Is
there
this
was
worthy? Because
I
I
don't
could.
know. You might like this one because this is crazy. This is a friend. She had a friend jumped honey in the damn lobby, and now her ass getting sued for it. So
Mm,
you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Love and Hip Hop star Alexis Sky sued for alleged apartment lobby attack.
mm,
So Love and Hip Hop star Alexis Sky is being sued by her former friend who claims she jumped him in the lobby of his plush Atlanta apartment complex. Here's the deal. Anthony Gaskin, a former associate of a former associate of Sky, appeared to be captured on tape receiving an epic beatdown at his building back in October of 2024. And he says Sky and two others, Rob Mira Taylor and Robert Thorne, were the assailants. Gaskin is now suing Sky and her crew for the alleged attack, as well as the apartment complex. He claims the building had inadequate security and failed to protect him when Sky and the others were lying in wait for him, in the lobby. According to the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Gaskin says he suffered injuries in the scuffle, which require subsequent medical, dental, psychological, and chiropractic treatment. He says he started having public panic attacks since the alleged assault and even lost wages due to his inability to work while recovering from his injuries. Gaskin is suing for unspecified amounts over all of it and wants punitive damages on top to send a message. For her part, Alexis reportedly claimed Gaskin attacked her in front of her child 3 weeks earlier, though Gaskin has denied the allegation and said he simply shared his thoughts on her parenting. And then there's been an update. The update says Alexis's manager, TC Copper, tells us, "Thank you for reaching out with this alleged incident. At this time, we are focusing on resolving this situation privately and legally." Also, in the video footage, Alexis was exiting the building when he called her a bitch, and the person that was the victim stopped anything from happening with him and Alexis. That's not what it looked like, y'all. It was bad. It looked like they went after him, and she initiated him getting jumped. So I don't know how. The matter of fact, it's a really quick video. So let's just look at it together. So they're gonna show you two views of it. So you do see the first part. You see Alexis look like she walking out. That's Alexis in the black, right there. And now they're going to show another angle where you can actually see how they jumped him and he was able to go around the front desk. Look at that. Crazy. Mm-mm. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see. I don't know what TC Copper was talking about. Like, even though she it definitely looked like she initiated that. So, and my whole thing, okay, if you have a heated argument with somebody about somebody's parenting, okay, cool, that's one thing. I mean, handle your shit. Like, if you was beefing at their wedding, you should have left it at their wedding. Why wait 3 weeks and bring this to somebody else's club? That's sad. Like, girl, this. I'm gonna definitely follow this story to see what comes of this, honey, because she thinks she's gonna be able to escape this, and I guess try to feed on like parents' heartstrings and stuff like, oh, well, he talked about my parents, and so that was a sensitive topic for me. No, girl, you waited 3 weeks to try to get revenge on somebody, and did it at his apartment complex. So I feel like that is already like. I think that to me, right? I'm not a lawyer, but doesn't that like open the door to like terrorism or like attacking somebody in their home or something? I don't know, but I'm
But
definitely gonna follow the story.
at least leads to premeditation.
Yep. And baby, when it's premeditated, don't you tend to get more time with when it's premeditated? So,
Lock her up.
so yeah. I think probably the next time we're gonna be talking about Alexis is her doing some time.
I
Or
don't want
maybe
to talk about her no more. Actually, lock her up and
Ah
put the key. We don't want no. Lock them all up. All these reality people, reality TV people, nothing burger people. Lock them all up so we don't have to hear nothing else about them. Jesus.
no, hold up now. Now, what am I gonna do for entertainment?
We gonna figure it out. You know it's gonna be something somewhere. But these folks, I'm tired. All my life I had to fight. I'm tired. I want better.
Girl, the gag is, I think the society agrees with you, honey. Like, and I think the networks, I know, because you see how they just canceling all the reality shows left and right.
Amen.
And then
A
they up there
blessing.
doing stupid shit like this. Like, why would you set yourself up for, possible charges and shit with this bullshit? This is crazy.
Because they ain't got no goddamn brain cells.
Well,
Her lace
was
front on too tight.
yeah, that is a good looking lace front though they got in this picture. Baby, look like it's coming out the scalp, honey. I know that's right. You can tell she spent some money on her. Well, anyway, well, speaking of lace fronts and boxing, so we've talked about Egypt, Tretch and Peppa's daughter, who unfortunately lost her boxing match. And Tretch has come out to say, like, he feels that she wasn't handled properly. She was put in a situation and it pretty much put him harm's way. He did not appreciate that and blame most of it on her what he calls scamming ass husband. Well, guess who agrees with Tretch? Clarissa Shields. And she would actually be the one to really comment on this because she knows what she's talking about in that regard. And I have a quick clip of what she's talking about in regards to that Egypt fight. So give me 1 second. It's on Instagram. Let me share my screen. Let me.
And I ain't like that. I ain't like that. What had happened. But we got to stop thinking that resumes don't matter and that anybody can get inside that ring and fight. It is not a fitness contest. It is a real boxing match, and you need to have real experience, real training, real trainers. It's a lot that goes into that, especially fighting on TV. I mean, she fought against a girl who was a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in Taekwondo. And she's never had a boxing match ever? Or competed and jumping inside the ring? I tell you what, Egypt confidence was off the roof. Whoever was on her team confidence was up the roof. But that was dead wrong. She should not have been in there with somebody like that. Tretch, daughter Egypt fight. And I ain't like that.
So that was the part one, and this is the second part of that video.
Could you imagine me fighting a girl who had no boxing experience and she come and fight me? That'd just be crazy, wouldn't it? No boxing experience. She get in the ring and she box me. She going night too. What the hell? Yeah, y'all, I'm just chilling. No, that wasn't the best decision for her, and that wasn't the best decision her team should have made for her. She needs better guidance, I believe, if she do want to box, and I hope that she can recover from that KO because it was not good. Sometimes fighters never recover mentally from being hit like that. Could you imagine me fighting a girl?
You see how annoying she's not when she's not talking about that man. I just because I actually I thought this to be, I found this to be like really, what's the word I'm looking for? Positive. She shared her expertise, and she ended it with, this does affect fighters mentally. So I hope she recovers mentally from that. But
You're right.
she's absolutely right. And she's the one, she what's that saying? She's absolutely right, and she should say it. And she is certainly the one to talk about it, baby. She been in the field doing her thing.
That girl should not have been in the ring with that particular person.
Yep. Her daddy saying it, and now a professional fighter, what? And I think she's more than, isn't she? Like, I can guess I can say the professional fighter, Clarissa Shields. She's saying it, and yeah. So, but Egypt actually responded. She finally broke her silence on losing and everything. So let me get that link. It's another Instagram link. Okay, I should refresh, and then we can watch from the beginning.
What it do? What it do, crew? That's right. That's right. I just wanted to let y'all know. Thank you to all my true supporters out there that really, checked on me, wanted to make sure I was good. Your girl's always great. This just fueled me 15 times more to come back even harder because you already know this ain't it for me. I'm sorry to tell y'all. It really isn't. I got in there, got my feet wet. I went out on my shield, and that's all that really matters. Y'all can't say I don't got heart. Y'all can't say nothing. And I don't even care I don't even care because I know what I got. I know what I love to do. And also, this was the perfect opportunity because it helped me learn and see all the people that made it seem like they were going to stay supporting and realize that thank you for just showing me your true colors. Because I wouldn't want to walk out with a victory knowing I got a bunch of fake people behind me. What it do?
She obviously don't know that people have died from being hit like that, huh? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry. I think I was trying to talk and I was muted at the same. But no, from what I heard, I got what when it came to her message, what I heard was that she got her feet wet, she tried it out, but maybe this is not her journey. Maybe she want to try something different. That's what I heard. But I don't know. Y'all think she gonna fight again after that?
I wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
Not until she get in better shape, for sure. She could have died. Taking a hit to the head like she did. That shit could kill a boxer. Like, what's going on, girl?
Mm-hmm. That's what her daddy was trying to say. Like, look, God damn it, y'all get this little skinny weird motherfucker before I get him. Oh, and we have a comment saying that they believe that she's going to keep fighting. Well, I guess time will tell. We will see.
Well, she definitely need to work out more because she ain't ready. Because she can't take too many hits to the head like that.
Some people have to find out the hard way.
Mm-mm.
Look at your ski girl.
Oh, oh.
She could have died on her first trip out. She playing. she playing.
Oh gosh. Well, that's that on that. Well, this is I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. This story is kind of skippable. But if y'all don't want to skip it, I'm actually gonna be very surprised. But you remember when Takashi 69 mom was that had that whole run in with them 4 guys in the house and stuff? Well, they finally got the third suspect, and it says, you see where it says here by way of all hip hop?
You already know.
I had a
This
feeling.
is a complete skip. I'm doing it for you, Quinn, in case you can't get to the mic. Skip.
Skip, honey.
Thank you, Lord
What a mighty God we serve.
So we have a comment asking to not skip. So unfortunately, majority rules. But I have shared the
Sorry,
link to
Dad. Sorry, not sorry.
but you do have the article here on slide 11 where you can certainly read up on it.
On your
For
own time.
yourself.
Thank you.
Right.
Don't abuse us. Let me down.
Well, y'all, let's talk how whiteness works. Well, most of us already know how that works, but let's talk about Britney Spears. You know, she got the new DUI arrest and all that. Normally, we would see a mugshot, right? Well, if it was anybody else, we ain't gonna see Britney's. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Britney Spears' mugshot won't be released. Well, Britney Spears' mugshot will not be added to the collection of famous faces busted over the years because authorities ain't releasing it, TMZ has learned. A Ventura County Sheriff's Office official tells TMZ the department determined that the booking photo does not fall within their requirements and is considered discretionary. We're told it's their practice to release booking photos for violent crimes or when an individual is an immediate threat to the public. The charges being brought against Britney do not warrant release in accordance with the policy, so that's that.
Last time I checked, the DUI is
Clock it, cup, because I'm like, am I going crazy? Words mean things, right?
right. That is very public, not safe.
Well, TMZ goes on. We broke the story. Britney was arrested late Wednesday night after an official saw her allegedly swerving from lane to lane, according to dispatch audio. She was taken to a hospital where her blood was tested, then booked into jail just after 3 a.m. Thursday. Sources revealed to us she was extremely emotional behind bars, shedding a lot of tears. Cops released Britney around 6 a.m. Thursday morning. We also learned that cops found Adderall she purchased in Mexico when they pulled her ass over, and she could face jail time for possessing the pills, depending on if the pills are cut with other substances. Sources familiar with the situation tell us Britney is willing to undergo a treatment plan and possibly even check into rehab again. And we're told Britney's children, Sean Preston and Jaden James, plan to spend time with their mom following her arrest. She has a court hearing set for May 4th. We have a comment. I'm an expert in biology. Let me know if I can answer any questions. The gag is, I don't think you are an expert in because most of your time is spent over here with us. But that is that on that. And let's talk about another story about how whiteness works. Shia LaBeouf. Ciao. This story here, he, like, because I already didn't see it for him, but now after this story, I truly don't see it for this man, honey. If I see that motherfucker being caught on fire, I won't even spit at him. Fuck him. But we have this TMZ story. Shia LaBeouf reportedly approved for Rome travel following court denial. Look at that whiteness work, girl. Well, Shia LaBeouf reportedly just got cleared to fly to Rome for his father's baptism after a Louisiana judge originally denied his plea following his battery arrest. According to newly filed court docs, a new judge has approved the actor's request to leave New Orleans. And per The Guardian, his week-long trip to Rome to watch his father, Jeff, get baptized is now back on the table as a result. Shia originally asked to head to Italy's capital from March 1st to March 8th, but the judge wasn't moved by any sort of higher power and ordered him to stay put and seek substance abuse treatment. However, his lawyer, Sarah Shervinsky, filed another request in the same courthouse on March 4th, and Magistrate Peter Hamilton was happier to work with Shia's needs. Shia's new request was paired with a travel itinerary, something his OG filing did not have. The Guardian reports, citing multiple officials of knowledge of the matter, his plan is to stay in Italy for a week and be back in time for his next court hearing, which is on March 19th. As you know, the court drama comes after the Disney alum was arrested Mardi Gras morning in February after he got into a bar brawl that saw him get pummeled onto the ground. We told you about the shocking scene. Shia allegedly fired off a series of homophobic slurs during his arrest and was eventually charged with 2 counts of simple battery after he was seen by medics. He was arrested again on February 28th on an additional battery charge stemming from the same incident. He was only held in jail temporarily following both arrests. While reflecting on the OG arrest, Shai said he doesn't think he has a drinking problem, but rather a Napoleon complex and a great deal of anger. He also said he got in the fight because gay men began touching his leg, which scared him.
Oh,
You bitch ass bitch. You will be lucky if any gay man will want to touch that old raggedy ass girl.
that is the weakest sauce. Man, sit down. And then they're
I'm
gonna
sure.
let him. He need to be
I'm
flying to rehab. Is what he need to be doing.
Okay.
I'm a short man. You can't do this to me. It's crazy.
Oh, fucker. So, but he sure enough won't scared of shoot. The gag is women need to be scared of your ass because the gag is the streets say that you like to beat on them and give them STIs. Allegedly. Allegedly. So that's who the fuck you need to shoot. So gay men and women need to be scared of your ass. And now the Romanians. Shit. Now when he fly his fucking ass over to Rome, then they done gave it to my whole
The
thing is
Italians.
oh, what? Okay, those people, they white, because they probably over there calling me Jamaican, so whatever. But anyway, yeah, I don't like it. And that magistrate Peter Hamilton, he should be ashamed of himself, for real. Isn't he in a Mexican gang or something? He want to be, I'm sure. That's his lifelong dream, honey, to be in a Mexican gang. But you better look. They cut off heads over there, buddy boy. You don't want to play around with that. Okay. Well, that is that on that. Well, speaking of LGBTQ, I actually used to like Kathy Lee Gifford. As of today, once I saw this video, I'm not so sure anymore. I'm seeing a lot of, Christofascism. And me personally, I'm trying to move away from that or anybody who promotes that. So, but y'all see, I have this link here from TMZ. Kathy Lee Gifford shades the LGBTQ community in the interview with Tommy Lauren.
Ugh, disgusting.
Girl.
Tommy? She went on Tommy Lauren, or however the fuck you say her last name. That bitch got me blocked for good reason. I prefer skip, but I'll hear it out.
I'm back, y'all.
I was so disappointed because this is my girl. I used to watch her in the morning. Her and
you can't put them on a pedestal. Sorry,
I really used to watch her with Hoda when her and Hoda used to drink wine in the morning, honey. And all she wanted to do was just get wine drunk and sing all the time.
It's just if I enjoyed your content, enjoyed your thing, and come to find out you are a piece of shit. It's just disappointing. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, but let's see what she has to say about my community having too many damn letters, and she can't keep up.
Oh, nobody asked your old ass
to. Familiar at all with Shia LaBeouf? You know what? I know his acting. I hear he's become a man of faith since.
He has. So he recently did an interview. He's going through maybe some tough times in life, finding himself, sobriety and that.
And and surviving the business. He was young.
Well, I want to too, but he recently did an interview after an arrest over Mardi Gras, and he did an interview, and it was kind of, some people would say maybe an unhinged interview, but he was asked about his turning to Christ and the Bible, and the interviewer, which was kind of a parody interviewer, but asked him about homosexuality in the Bible. And he said, I've never had a problem with gay people, but when asked what the Bible says, his answer was, nah. That was his answer.
Nah. Well, so, the Bible, the scriptures do have something to say about it. You can also just look up that too.
But when you kind of rectify that with popular culture and maybe how we interpret the Bible, how would you explain that to somebody? I want to be such a hardcore Christian, but I'm also big into LGBTQ.
Yeah.
How do I reconcile those two things? How would you tell them?
That one is a 4-letter word, and it's called LOVE.
Mhm.
Love. I've been in this business since I was first started getting paid when I was 10 years old to sing. And, I've had as many or more gay friends than straight friends or whatever. I don't
Mhm.
even know how many letters there are now. They really gotta stop with that. We know what you mean,
Yeah.
and I'm not telling anybody how to live their life. I never have. I just know what Jesus said. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love God first. The Shema, every Jew says it every morning. Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one. And then Jesus said, added on to that, and love your neighbor as you love yourself.
That's not
Y'all,
as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I'm scared though, y'all. Like, it has everybody gone? Like, is everybody church obsessed now? Everybody Jesus obsessed? Like, this
No,
is
Kathy has always been like this. She's been like this.
yeah,
She
yeah,
is.
she was like, but not this. I don't know. I do feel like there was from what I used to see. I knew because yeah, she was always like, Jesus, I love the Lord or whatever. But like this going on, people like Tommy Lauren
Oh
and
well, Tommy
oh, what the
Lauren.
Bible said, like and shit. I don't. I think there was a shift.
It might have been. She's gotten older, so people get into their ways as they get older.
Yeah.
Um, but she's always been faith based. She even had several years ago there was a few Hallmark movies that she was a part of that were called God Winks and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I don't approve like her going on Tommy Lauren, girl boo. Um, I what she said was, love thing, that's cool. And then that little side comment about all the letters, whatever. That like, girl, you could have said that one. But anyways,
They always talking about love, honey. I believe it when I see it, honey.
well, yeah. I mean, but as today, we already know how that them people run it. But I mean, Tommy Loren is a stupid bitch anyway. So there you go.
Oh
Yuck.
God, yes.
Hater.
Hmm.
If
So
if if somebody say she ain't got no haters, I'm dead, baby.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Big hater.
Why would
Before
she be?
before before all this, oh, we want to be back and shit was happening. Yeah. Big hater, bitch blocked me, ho. Yeah. That's
Why
how
would she?
active I was, ho. Cause why are you here?
Why would she go on this podcast with this particular person? Who
Exactly.
ain't
Knowing
such
what she stand for. Ugh,
right,
disgusting.
right. What is she
It's
doing?
well,
listen, it's the you
complexity.
see
What do they
the
say?
aesthetic, right? You see the
The
aesthetic. They trying to
complexion
be in
for the
community with
protection.
each other.
Hmm.
Them white women trying to be in community with each other.
Yeah, and we actually have a comment in the chat confirming it. Like they just say that shit so the red hat Nazis don't cancel her, which is crazy. Like, damn, Hmm. Couldn't be me. Well, here's so I got three more stories left. Now let's talk about a incident where whiteness did not work. So
Oh,
Nicole Curtis, y'all remember we talked about her from HGTV where she said "fart nigga" on camera and it
Oh
canceled her.
Lord Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Well, somebody on her team told her it was a good idea to take her ass on the Breakfast Club. Who? I
oh
don't know.
no. Uh
But
oh.
I'm actually
Secondhand
glad they did
embarrassment
that
alert.
because it gave us good ass content.
No.
I guarantee
The
you, somebody
secondhand
would praying on her
embarrassment.
downfall.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm gonna step away while you have this conversation because I can't even take the stupidity she's about to say.
Oop. Yes. Honey.
It's
And
not even the black sister like.
And
Anyway,
before I even start the story, because I actually had a story yesterday. I was telling Chill about it during workout last night, but I just decided not to go with it because one, I really don't care about academics, but the story is about him and how he was talking about, or he brought receipts that since Breakfast Club went over to Netflix, and you know how they have really strict rules about where the hosts can share their other content. They had actually lost because they used to go have an average of 30 million viewers per month on YouTube. That average has now dropped to 12 million. They have lost 18 million viewers. Now, if that was a TV show, honey, they will be canceled. That many people is crazy. But look, they still trying to make it work over there at Netflix. It's not going to work. They keep trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. But let's see what Nicole Curtis said. You know, Breakfast Club won't give a hug. Like, no. Like they was like, okay, girl. Let's see what she has to say.
Now it says you
Yeah.
use the term fart digger and fart knocker. You used those terms before?
So, okay, so fart knocker, yes, absolutely. Fart
What's up with you and
digger.
farts?
You know what? Again, do you have boys in here? Do you have boys?
Yeah. I have
Okay.
2 boys.
I have one.
Okay, so boys talk about farts
Mhm.
all the time. Okay, so and again, I can't swear on my show. Okay, so yes, I've made up these crazy words.
If you said
Okay.
fart digger, the amount of times that you said, I just feel like you should have released that 1,000,001 times because it just seems like it's something that you said before because it just came out so
And
natural.
fart digger sound like you playing in assholes all day. Why?
Yeah, that's a little
That's
nasty.
another
no,
conversation.
no. And
Why
again,
would you just be digging
I
in
don't
random
have
Crazy.
I
digging
don't
for
have
farts? What?
I don't have a rhyme or reason
Mhm.
of the words that I make up. Like I say nonsense stuff all the time. I mean, and again, like even when I edit my shows, right? And I'll be editing my shows and I'll be like, just finish what the you're saying. Cause I go
Mhm.
off on like this and that and I'm off the cuff. I'm not scripted.
So were you
Like,
trying
yeah.
to say something else in that moment?
Absolutely.
Because you say fart digger and fart knocker.
I say all
together.
that.
To apologize to black
Yeah.
I
people?
do. I did. And I do. I
No,
apologize.
listen,
I
the camera's
did.
right there. Just
Yes, I do. And to everyone out there, just Charlemagne, so you're aware, that is a word that I do not condone. So the people out there that do not use me as an example, right?
Yeah.
That's where I've been coming out against people saying, hey, just because I said it, I made a mistake. I know I made a mistake. You watch that footage, even the edited bullshit, you know that I am like, So
Yeah.
no, don't use me as your poster child for that.
And I don't want you to think that
yeah.
coming on the Breakfast Club is just going to rehabilitate your image.
Absolutely
with black
not.
people. In
Are
fact,
you
it might increase
serious?
the chances of
No.
you walking through the airport and somebody going, "That's the fart lady."
Yeah, no, I
know?
mean you have a lot of people and again, I didn't come on here to prove myself.
Well, that's good to hear, girl, because you did not. You've actually made things worse. But that's that on that, honey.
So why did you go there, girl?
Hello.
I'm really trying to figure out who was in the boardroom making these decisions. Like, oh yeah, let's go on some of the 3 blackest, the most ratchet damn morning show they probably got out here. And let's just talk about how I said farting, got caught saying farting on TV. It's gonna go well. Yeah, it's gonna go well. Who the fuck?
I don't know if they played the part, but there's another part of the episode where she was just like, oh, like the most feedback or the most pushback or whatever there she was getting was from other white people. So if that was the case, then why are you over here with the niggas? Okay, you apologize to the niggas ain't been reading you for filth, or you good over here, they done accepted your apology, then you should be over there with them white people, with them crackers. Okay? You over there, you got beef, they lighting your ass up on one side and the other side is boosting your head, then you should be over there with them. You know what I'm saying? And stay out of our spaces. That's the problem right now, because you sound ridiculous.
She really did.
Sound like a fucking fool.
I'm glad
I apologize to my family first. It's not. I don't condone that word, bitch. It's in your vernacular. You know what I'm saying? It's in your Rolodex of words to use. Period. Because it rolled off your tongue too quick. You know what I'm saying?
Like I've never even heard that before. Anyway,
And where she lost me, right, was where she tried to start. Well, what the clip that we saw, it started with, well, do you guys have boys? Having a son has nothing to do with no damn saying no. Girl, come on now. Now, okay, yeah, do she want to use the argument that boys say fart all the time? Yeah, so why not just say fart? You added nigga after it, and that's the problem. Like, girl.
Oh, you can't dig yourself out of this hole. It is what
Yeah,
it
she could have
is.
stopped at fart.
She could have just not said anything about it.
You cannot convince me. Go over there with them white people.
Mm-hmm. Well, girl, speaking of going over there with them white people, honey, it looks like Alina Harper done did that. Y'all know I usually don't like to talk about no politics unless it intersects with hot topics. And girl, it looked like it did, honey. So I have this TMZ article, and you all should see where it says former Trump lawyer Alina Harper quietly divorced second husband and moved her ass out near Mar-a-Lago. Mm.
Ew.
Well, Alina Habba, the former acting U.S. attorney for New Jersey, quietly divorced her husband and moved to Florida, moved to a Florida home near President Trump's Mar-a-Lago. The former Trump lawyer filed to divorce her second husband, Greg Rubin, last month in New Jersey, and the divorce was quickly settled, according to the Daily Mail. Alina and Greg got hitched back on New Year's Eve 2020 in New Jersey, but they did not have any children together. Trump hired Alina as his personal lawyer around the time of her wedding, and 1 year after she divorced her first husband, Matthew Ayotte. Alina worked as a counselor for the president for a few months at the start of Trump's second term, and then he appointed her acting U.S. attorney for New Jersey, a stint that didn't last long. Alina was disqualified for the position after a court found Trump's appointment didn't adhere to the rules. Mm-mm. And now she get to move closer by him, honey. Mm-mm. Well, that's that on that girl. She quietly divorced that second husband in New Jersey and said, "Let me take my ass to New Jersey, near Mar-a-Lago." Honey. So now look, and I think is it becoming clear, why she allegedly got the promotion so quickly? I don't know. I usually, because I actually encourage sleeping your way to the top. Truly, I
You
do.
gotta use what you got to get what you want.
Exactly. But when you get to the top, you got to know what you're doing when you up there. You can't get up there and fuck up.
She didn't know. She's not a real lawyer.
Sleeping your way to the top. In this case, I almost just lost my lunch. That's ugh.
Yeah.
Thank
Listen,
you, Cup. Thank you, Cup. Because I
I
was like, ew.
I
Hey,
wouldn't
listen,
personally
Melania.
do it.
What's her name? Shit, damn. Melania. It's Melania.
That Slovenian girl.
Yeah, that's Slovenian. The Slovenian girl said, "Girl, come over here and do my job for me." Okay.
Okay.
Hello,
Girl,
come
do it
in,
so I
tag
won't have
team.
to.
Let me tag you in, girl. You got it, girl. Do it, make it do what it do.
Matter of fact, bring
Hello,
your
cause I don't
don't y'all
want
got a
no
lot of
parts.
snow in New Jersey, girl? Bring your ass down here. Let's set you up in this nice sunny weather over here
She
down in
said, I've done
Florida.
all I can do. Okay, I'm tired. I don't want it no more. Yeah. Yuck.
Listen, I totally won't. I listen. I don't understand. But I guess I can say I do understand it. I wouldn't do it personally because it's just ill. But when you ain't got shit and you coming from nothing and that's one way out, and he already like him, a little spicy with an accent. I don't know. Make it do what it do. So that is that on that, honey. And the last piece of tea that I have today, y'all better be out careful out in California, honey, out there near Disneyland, because something happening. But so this is not about a celebrity per se, but I guess Disneyland is famous enough to be a celebrity. But you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Disneyland hazmat incident sends multiple people to hospital. Oh, and we have a comment saying, "Oh, that's kind of by you." Well, honey, you better be careful.
What do you mean by you? What are you talking about?
In the chat, they say, "Wait, that is kind of by me, the Disneyland."
Oh, by me. Yeah.
Yeah, not by me, honey. Mm-mm. not,
That's
not
all
not
like it
not
is
by
by
Auntie
you.
Derek.
Yeah.
Well, so this starts off scary situation at Disneyland. Multiple people have been taken to the hospital following a hazardous materials incident. The Anaheim Fire Department tells TMZ crews are currently at the famous California theme park for a hazmat situation, and 4 people have been taken to a local hospital. All 4 are Disney employees who began feeling sick due to an unknown odor in the backstage area near the Star Tours attraction. According to the social media post, Star Traders, the shop connected to the Star Tours attraction, has been closed, and cast members have reportedly been blocking all entrances. The employees experienced dizziness and shortness of breath. The cause of the odor is unknown at this time, and there are no concerns with any park guests at this time. And then there's been a little bit of an update. The update says a Disneyland official tells TMZ this afternoon building materials being used by a contractor produced a reaction backstage at the theme park, and the area was examined by appropriate response teams. Several cast members were treated on site by paramedics and released, and were told at least 5 employees experiencing dizziness and shortness of breath were transported to local hospitals. Out of an abundance of caution, adjacent areas were cleared of guests and are expected to reopen soon. Tell me anything, honey. So now they're saying that it was a contractor that produced a reaction. I don't know, y'all. It maybe I'm being a little bit too good. I got my tinfoil hat on, but does this not say was this look like a terrorist attack to me, honey? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I think it just didn't go the way that they planned. But I think they actually planned to harm a bunch of people and only were able to maybe make the chemical reaction that was produced was only able to get 5 employees sick. But I think they tried to go out. I don't know. We have a comment. Something happened when I worked at Disney World in the 90s. Ooh, was it when it happened back then? Was it what is it? Did y'all learn it was attack or was it like an accident? I don't know. I like this. I don't like this at all. Like no, but my 10-4 hat is on. Hopefully I'm wrong, but you know how they saying like they experience it with chemicals and so. I don't like it at a family park. Like what? And then I feel like the excuse that they gave because I feel like y'all they will shut down for when it rains. If they have like even if it's not raining, they'll have like we're closing the park because we're expecting rain. Y'all had a building contractor produce a chemical reaction and stuff. The only thing y'all did was close 2 sections of the park. Like something about this story ain't adding up to me. But, people threw
stop their moneymaker, please.
Yeah. People threw ammonia and bleach in the same waste bin, and it made toxic gas in the restaurant. Oh, okay. Yeah, and you're right, Libra Queen. Stop their main money maker, honey. That in California, they just like, look, these people out here smoke a bunch of weed anyway. They'll be all right. They'll probably won't even miss that little odor. but that is that on that. And I hope though all those employees who were affected by it, come out okay. Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, I always like to ask, did y'all have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed?
I have nothing today.
I have nothing. Sorry. I tried
Listen, Whitney Elizabeth Houston ain't got no reason being gone. You hear me?
Say it again.
You ain't lying about that.
Every motherfucking day, I'd be like, damn, dog. She ain't got no reason being gone.
You are absolutely, and I truly wish, I know this is like a really small thing, but I hate that Sparkle reboot was her last movie. Oh, she deserves so much better. She deserves better.
Listen, I feel like the commentary we be getting from socials, you know what I'm saying? The little Bob activation shit that people been doing, where they got a cool ass Kiki, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much. So much. The vocals be vocal, I'm just saying. Lord.
And I can't prove it, but I feel like she would have loved Sexy Red. Well, until she found out she was a Trump supporter, but I feel like she would have loved Sexy Red.
I don't know.
Because she was a real big fan of her young girls.
Yeah, but Sexy Red, no.
Cardi and Meg. I think she would be.
She was a fan of the young girls who had talents.
Oh. Well. In the words of Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It sure is. And she knows something about it. Hello. She knew something about it. She said crack.
Okay, crack is whack. I need to see the receipt. Baby. And an iconic sentence was born, honey. Look, because now we don't do nothing without receipts.
Period.
That era really produced a Whitney that we just was not shielded from for a long time. Because I was like, Miss Ma'am.
Yep.
Not you was refined and dignified.
She deserved better. Like, I'm still pissed over that. So, because first of all, as a fan of the original one, because my mom was a big fan of the original, so I used to watch it a lot growing up. But I was like really anticipating because one, I was a huge fan of Jordan Sparks, the woman who played Sister. I can't remember her name, but I liked her because she's a really good actress. And that sexy ass Tika Sumpter. I love Tika Sumpter. So all three of them being, and then Whitney Houston gonna play their mama. Oh baby, I'm all for it. I will never forget that fateful August day in 2012, honey. Because I just don't like you never forget like being so disappointed. I was so disappointed. I'm like, huh? And then they gonna have. Let's talk about it for a second because the Mike Epps. They truly thought it was a good idea for Mike Epps. And I actually am not like a hater of his. I actually like it. Whereas other people don't seem to be a fan of his content. I happen to find his stand up funny, and I'm a really big fan of the Upshaws on Netflix. But him playing Satin, who the fuck was in that meeting? Satin is supposed to be a scary manhunt who has like women under his beck and call. Like he's Satin say jump and women say how high. If Mike Epps say jump, I would say nigga get out my face. Like, no, it didn't. Yes, we have a comment saying Tika is so fine. She sure is. But that movie, I just really wish it was not Whitney Houston's last movie. Shit, I wish she would have did a YouTube video or something before that could have been her last. She deserved better. And thank y'all for letting me go on that 5-minute rant about how bad the movie of the Sparkle reboot was. Because I gotta remind people every now and then. Because a lot of people, because the movie is so bad that people forget. So I like to remind people.
Well,
No, we
why
don't.
would you do
We don't
that? Don't
forget.
Rant
remind.
and rave. As much as
Yeah,
you
we
let
just
us
don't talk
rant and
about it, and
rave.
you trying to wake it up is crazy.
Because I feel like somebody need to be punished. Like somebody need to be fined or something, honey. They play it on Witness Night.
Well,
Of
you
course.
go talk to them people, but don't talk about it too much on the show.
Shoot her.
Y'all are hilarious. Well, y'all, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow for another live show starting at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head to auntiederek.com and hit the big green subscribe button at the top left. It is completely free, and you get your daily hugs from me in your inbox. Until tomorrow, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.